Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Maurice. The Dodgers are about to open up their season tomorrow morning. Let's talk all about it.
Hooks this ball, left center field. On an 0-1, hits one a ton. Way back. Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field.
Welcome back everybody, my name is Alan Maurice. You're watching All Things Dodgers. Please support the channel by subscribing, leaving a like on this video, clicking the notification bell, and leaving a comment down below as well. Are you excited for the Dodgers opening series being played in Seoul, South Korea? They start their season tomorrow playing the San Diego Padres. They actually are currently leading the Cactus League in Arizona, where they have spring training, with a .722 win percentage. They currently have a 13-5 record, and they're hoping to take that hot streak straight into their opening series in South Korea, and I cannot wait. FYI, both games will be played at 3:05 in the morning here in Los Angeles time, but in Korea it will be 7:05 p.m. for them. So it will be a middle of the night game. It'll be two games against the San Diego Padres. And what I'd like to do in this video is just go over a few talking points of what we should be looking for in these next couple of games. The first is the elephant in the room, Shohei Ohtani and the big three at the top of the lineup. We have new shortstop, we'll talk about that in a second, but Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, everyday DH for the Dodgers, and Freddie Freeman, star first baseman. Those are three former MVPs in that lineup who will provide electricity in this lineup and just constant production throughout the season. Very reliable players, and a lot of hype has been swirling over Shohei Ohtani, almost like has never been seen before. He is a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-sport talent, and I can't wait to begin seeing what he can do in a Dodger uniform in the regular season and hopefully in the postseason as well. So far in spring training, they have been a great trio of players. When they get on base one after the other in those first innings sometimes, I get to understand as just a fan watching how scary it must be for these pitchers when they have to go play the Dodgers the next day, for example, to see that lineup and say, how am I going to attack these guys and not allow 5 runs in just the first inning? And especially this is so incredible because the Dodgers have a very deep lineup now. If you look at after Freddie Freeman, they have cleanup hitter Will Smith, one of the best offensive catchers in the game, as well as third baseman Max Muncy, who hits around 30 homers every season. And then you have Teoscar Hernandez, another new addition. All great hitters, all players that can take you deep if you're an opposing pitcher. This is going to be a very exciting lineup, and it starts at the top with the big three. Nothing really to watch there in terms of concerns. Just sit back and get ready for the ride because it's going to be an amazing season with those three at the top. I don't think it'll ever get old having them at the top of that lineup. Now, another talking point that we could discuss, and we will discuss for sure, is the middle infield. Now, coming into the 2024 season, Gavin Lux, who did not play at all last season because of an injured knee, he was prepping, he was recovering, ready to be the Dodgers' everyday shortstop. But because of some throwing errors and not being able to throw the ball with the sufficient amount of authority across the diamond from that shortstop position over to first base, he has now been swapped with Mookie Betts to be a second baseman. Now, Mookie was actually #1 second baseman according to MLB.com heading into the 2024 season. For the foreseeable future, he will now no longer be a second baseman, but the Dodgers starting shortstop on opening day and for the games to come. Now, being shortstop is something that Mookie Betts did as a teenager, and it's something that was a dream of his growing up, and now he gets to finally fulfill that dream. For Gavin Lux, understandably, very disappointed, but I'm just happy that he still gets to be on the diamond, playing, being in the batter's box, and just get some reps in. It could be that he just needs some more repetitions there at the shortstop position to get himself acclimated again to the position. And maybe around midseason, we'll see them switch again. Because Gavin Lux, that's also the position that he has grown up playing. So we have two natural shortstops in the middle infield. Their athleticism will come through, but just some switching around of things going into this opening series. I think it was a good move by the Dodgers, because even just me watching Gavin Lux, I have faith in him as the player, but at his current state, I just didn't have so much confidence seeing the throws he was making and just the routine plays he was missing that a shortstop should be able to make. So hopefully it's just a repetitions thing of him getting acclimated and accustomed to being a shortstop and being an MLB player again after a whole year of no games. That's definitely something that we'll be looking for in this upcoming series and the ones to come as well. How do they perform at their respective positions? But the topic I wanted to give most attention to today was the pitching. We all know how last season ended. Many attributed the Dodgers' loss in the National League Division Series to a lack of pitching depth. There was Clayton Kershaw, who was semi-injured. Then we had Lance Lynn, Bobby Miller, who was a rookie, so didn't have much experience in the postseason. He didn't have any experience in the postseason. There were holes there that the Dodgers needed to fill going into this season, and they absolutely did. They went out there and made splash after splash after splash, not only in the trade market, but also the off-season market, the free agent pool, And so opening day starter will be one of those new additions to the Dodgers, that being Tyler Glasnow, 6'8" right-handed pitcher, California native, traded from the Tampa Bay Rays to the Dodgers, and he is ecstatic to be with his hometown team, pitching like he never has before, he hopes. There is concern with injuries. Last season, he had a left oblique strain, and in his career, he's never surpassed 120 innings in a season. So there is concern there of how durable is this guy. But if you just look at how he's performed so far in spring training, he's played 3 games, held runners to a 121 batting average, only given up 1 run with 14 strikeouts. He has looked absolutely dominant in his spring training starts, and I fully expect him to take that into the opening day start against the San Diego Padres. What we'll be looking for is how long does Dave Roberts keep Tyler Glasnow in the game. Of course, we want Tyler Glasnow for the postseason, when he'll be very pivotal for the Dodgers and their starting pitcher rotation. So will Dave Roberts pull Tyler Glasnow in the 5th inning, 6th inning, trying to save his arm for later in the season? Definitely something we'll keep our eyes on, and an interesting development depending on which way it turns. We'll be talking about that in our recap once the 2 games are said and done. The second pitcher who will be starting in this upcoming series is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Japanese pitcher who the Dodgers signed to a 12-year contract through free agency. Another one of their big splashes. This is aside from Ohtani, but he is a stud. The numbers don't back that up as much for his spring training starts. He's played in 3 games, as Tyler Glasnow has as well, but he has a higher ERA, 8.38 ERA. 14 strikeouts, though, same as Glasnow. So the pitches are there. The breaking stuff is breaking, and is breaking out of the zone, in the zone. Basically, hitters are not being able to hit his pitches and make contact. That's what I've been noticing in his first few starts. He's also very good at locating and commanding the baseball, controlling where that movement goes. But the one thing that we could look for in his start against the Padres is a trend that was started by the Mariners in his last start, Yamamoto's last start in spring training. The Mariners starting hitting his first pitch fastball, or the first pitch that was usually something hard, right down the middle or in the strike zone, because they just did not want to allow Yamamoto to turn to his secondary pitches, his splitter, his curveball, because those are absolutely nasty pitches, of course. No hitter would want to face those. So they just started going against those first pitch fastballs usually and getting hits, bringing some runners in. first time through the order was very good, but then the trouble started to creep in the second time through the order. So it will be very interesting to see how Yamamoto adjusts as he goes through the game, as he goes multiple times through the order, and also how long does Dave Roberts keep him in there? He's never pitched in this schedule of MLB. So how long will Dave Roberts keep him in the game? Maybe 5 innings, 6 innings. Similar situation with Glasnow in that respect. So I am pumped waiting for this Dodgers season to start. One of the most anticipated Dodgers opening series in several years. And I just can't wait to break it all down and analyze it here with you, my fellow fans. So thank you everybody for supporting my channel. Please leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel. Click the notifications bell and leave a comment down below. What are you most excited to see during the Dodgers 2024 season? Thank you everybody for watching. My name is Alan Maurice. Go Dodgers as always, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.